44. 44 altogether. Can you say 1644? Boom. I know Mason plays this one. I'm probably the one that plays this so much that it's got ads on it because of me. I think that's funny. Yeah, she doesn't have 1,000 subs, but there's ad on the song. It's fairy lights. Wake me up from this slumber. Wake me up from the loneliness inside. Wake me up from the dream lives in my mind. I create my thoughts, they are divine. They say balance, it is the key to our own destiny. We can live eternally as you and me, but you and me, in the all of me. I am, you are. We are one for eternity. I think I turned the heat up a little high. Whew. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Huh? I don't. Can you guys feel the heat in my house? Lily says no. Oh, Lily. A little bit of imagination. Hey, water's above. 444. How's it going, eh? You know what's funny? Because I'm world time 1644. I didn't even think of the other 4 this time. I'm not even joking. That's like 4 4s on my screen. I know. That can be such a dipshit sometimes, I swear. Okay, first card up. Number 19, joy. A little bit of joy in our life. Hey, Wolf Dude 1. Happy Fria's Day to you as well, dude. How's it going, eh? Hey, Genevieve at work. Just wanted to pop in real quick and say hello. Are you still here? Shh, me won't tell. Me won't tell. But don't put me on loudspeaker because I could get you fired or something. I never. Sometimes I offend people. Not everybody's cup of tea. How's you guys doing? I don't think I streamed all week except for that one time. Oh, and by the fire a little bit, but I wasn't really chatty. I was just, it wasn't even a fire. It was just the embers. Yeah, I wanted to share the embers that night when I was like right boom alone by the fire. I was like, oh, I'll try a stream. If it works like on the first try, then I'll share it. I love embers just as much as I love the flames. It's just too different. It's just different, right? Who is Ember? Ember, are you here? Ember, fire. Embers. Who's Ember? November. Oh boy, Mina knows how to say this word. It's probably Hergon, but I'm gonna say Jergon. We'll see. Maybe somebody will be here that knows how to pronounce this. Give me a second. I gotta find the book. I put stuff away, guys. This is there it is. Yeah, I put stuff away, so that's not always good, right? You put stuff away and then it's not right there. REM, ember, REM, rem, remember. Ember, remember the 5th of September. Oh my gosh, it's already the 5th of November. Why did I say September? That's fucked up. Cause set, ember, 7 embers, 7. What? Tomorrow is the 5th, but it's the 5th today somewhere in the world already. Remember the 5th of November. Why do I keep saying September? That's freaky. I noticed years ago, I don't know about you, Waters Above, if you're still here or if you've ever noticed, but slips of the tongues, words that I slur on, I tend to slur when the energy is very high. And it has nothing to do with nothing. It's the energy, my words, my tongue, I slur. But all slips of the tongue, all stuff that just randomly comes out, there's a reason for it somehow. There's not always the validation, but when I ask for the validation, then it, like, when, I get it. Asking you shall receive, right? You just have to be willing to look for where the answers are coming from and listen to the answer. Yes, Waters Above, right on. It all matters. Yeah. And that's why, like, authenticity speaks from the heart. The heart doesn't challenge the head so much, and the head doesn't get to choose. But when we're, like, speaking from the head and the heart, the things that we don't know how to say properly from our heart, that we say with words that don't always make sense, not always the right word. Well, when someone knows our intent, even if we're saying everything all wrong, the intent through the vulnerability of the authenticity is there. Therefore, it trumps not being able to have the right words. Does that make sense? So that's why if you just show up as yourself authentically, even if you don't have the right words, your intent shines through more than your clumsiness or awkwardness, or you're not having the right words. And the more you practice trying to have the right words, well, guess what? The more eloquent you become, the more you get used to opening your heart and speaking vulnerably and being always ready to look stupid, right? Like, why did I say that kind of feeling when you're like constantly. But then when you grow into that embodiment, when you question why did I say that, and you actually get the answer somehow, and then you realize that the littlest things that we say sometimes is the one thing that actually helps somebody. Whereas when we try with a, you know what I mean? I don't know if that makes sense. Anyways, I see people coming in, so I'm going to put my eyes on and see who it is. Waters Above. Yay, if you think about it, it's always tomorrow somewhere for someone. Unless you already live in Australia and where it's tomorrow already, before it's today, after it's today. You know what I mean? I know. Okay, that's a little too much. Hey, Super Dave, 45. How's it going, eh? You're having a great day? Right on, Waters Above. Cool beans. Loved your airplane videos, by the way. I couldn't really comment on the ones, right? That was cute. I liked it. Hi, NED. I just pulled a card, and I don't know how to pronounce it, guys. I haven't pulled it up yet, so if I have to say it, like with a silent J, let me know if you guys know it. Super Dave 45. I always say things wrong. I'm trying to right them. Yeah. And one of the things, Super Dave 45, is if you turn that around and you say to yourself, or even out loud or written, when I say things wrong, I try to right it. Or I used to always say everything wrong, but now I'm getting better. To like program your mind and your heart to know that because you do try, it does get better. Does that make sense? Waters Above. I'm authentic whether others approve or not. Exactly. And that's a thing, eh? The bitch slap of authenticity that the spiritual, like, mumbo jumbo doesn't really warn you about is that not everybody appreciates authenticity, and not everybody's ready for it. Even people who believe they're authentic don't want the authenticity, right? You ever have like a sister who's like a whoa, like everything's like boom, right? But then when you actually say something that you, of your gifts kind of thing, and then all of a sudden, like, boom, it just doesn't work anymore. But it's like, right? Why is it okay the authenticity when it serves you and it makes you feel elevated, but if you feel a little something different, that authenticity doesn't feel the same. Does that, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, and I say sister, brother, person. I don't know why I chose sister. Right on, Super Dave. Hey, waters above. I'm coming to your channel. Whee! Surfs up, buttercups. I think it's because of the child, right? That happens to me sometimes. If I start a live stream with Lily in it, I've actually got not copyright, but like my live stream cut. Or if I do a video and she's speaking at the beginning of it, after the middle usually, or even if she just comments, and then sometimes it depends what time I post it. At night, it seems that videos that has her voice will get the comments disabled, but in the daytime, if I post it, no. I don't know. It's freaking weird sometimes. And I've asked someone else, a couple other people whose comments are disabled once in a while, like, is it because you just didn't want comments that day? And they say, no, it just happened out of the blue, right? I even asked somebody once, I'm not going to say who, but I was like, oh, did you disable the comments because I'm a snarky little bitch to somebody sometimes? Because guess what? My authenticity is like snarkily bitchy sometimes, right? Because sometimes people do piss me off and then I say it. And so I had texted her. I was like, oh my God, did you take the comments off because I'm a little bitch in your comments? And she was like, no, not at all. You express yourself how you want, Genevieve. It's fine. It just happens sometimes. I was like, oh, okay. I thought it was my fault. I think I'm funny. Okay, let's just get back to the cards. Annie D, we're having a slightly chilly day in the desert. Not used to it. Under 3 blankets. Roar. Get some knee socks on, Annie D. Yep. Everything happens for a reason. Maybe it's happening to you just so that you worked hard earlier and it's like now you get to cuddle up. You don't get the excuse of go do something else because it's just like, no, I'm too chilly. Yes. The fire. I love your fire pit. That's the kind I thought I was going to get, but then we ended up getting the other one. The roundness of it, yours, and the fact that, because we can only make a certain amount of a fire here because we're in a city, right? So I can't make a bonfire. It has to be contained like a certain way. So because my pit's so big, sometimes it's tempting to want to roar, right? Add some wood. Okay, I'm going to read this. If anybody knows about this, how to pronounce it. Hergon, or is it Jergon? Sacha. Card 22. Unforeseen change, breakdown, transfiguration, poison transmuted, evil neutralized, rising from the ashes. Hi, Road Trip Eddie. How's it going, dude? Okay, I'm going to try to read through this. Hergon or Jergon, I don't know. Let's call it JS for now, because instead of me, stumbling across, JS is a doctrine of signature plant. In it, as its indigenous uses directly mirror appearance. Its mottled coloring calls to mind poisonous snake native to the Amazon, and local villages use the starchy root as an anti-venom. Never heard of it? Yeah, me neither. But then again, I've never been to the Amazon. In Peru, my sister's been to Peru, so my DNA is in Peru. Okay, in Peru, I have rocks from Peru. They're like right here, actually. Okay, maybe a little too far away, but they're really close to me. In Peru and Ecuador, the snake and the plant are both called Fer de lance. Fer de lance. Rawr, I love it. Okay, hang on. I gotta skim through because I don't want to read all that.
Count to see how many times you say "rar." I love it.
You should count how many times I say roar, I love
I'm
it.
not listening.
And count how many times I say, does that make sense? Because I think you'd get really high if you counted that.
A lot.
In the Amazon, the bloody resin of this plant is used in many rituals of protection against all spiritual sicknesses, bile and rage, the evil eye, hexes, evil winds, envy. Envy. Ooh, wrap yourself in it to protect yourself from envy. And protection against the black magic sorcerers. So sometimes, the black magic sorcerers, it's not even with intent. It's just the yucky mojo of people's thoughts, the bad thoughts, right? Considered a neutralizer of the highest order, JS converts any intended harm or intense evil into benevolent energy. Indigenous tribes in Guyana have employed it as an antidote for stingray wounds, spider bites, poison dart, arrow wounds. In other cultures, believed that beating the legs and feet with the leaves of the JS acts as a snake repellent. Huh. In addition to being an antivenom, the powdered tuber is used as an antiviral for asthma, lung inflammation, whooping cough, parasites, and menstrual disorders. Baths of JS are also common for those with gout, arthritic pain, and similar imbalances. Its staggering power to neutralize the strongest known of poisons and protect the body from vigorous viruses is some of the many reasons it falls under Mars and Pluto's rulership. Both planetary bodies, like JS, overwhelm and activate to transform, igniting both destruction and resurrection, literally and archetypically. The guidance, watch your back. JS represents radical change and breakdowns. This card can mean that someone or something is harming your energy. This applies to you. Remember that the darkest of energies can bring a crisis or unforeseen change that can be transmuted into benevolence. Even the strongest of poisons can be medicine. The first step in neutralizing it is recognition. The second step is removing fear and insecurity. And the third step is reconstruction of the self. Examine your life from a third person perspective. Draw upon universal forces to transmute the environment, people, and situations that are depleting your life force. I watched just a little bit of a random pop-up of Phil Good doing a live stream on Instagram this morning or early afternoon, I don't know. And he had a woman on and they were having an exchange where she was speaking of something from her perspective that was going on in her life, and Phil just radically brought her into her body of, you're not supposed to beg for attention. Once you've validated certain emotions, feelings, vulnerabilities, this shouldn't be a repeat process all the time. It should be steps and other things, not the same fucking thing over and over and over and over. The loops of the repeating of what a person needs versus, not getting it, but how long and what does it imply to wait for it? What does it mean to wait for it, right? And that non-negotiable, it's a duck or it's not a duck. It works or it doesn't work, right? It's a duck or it's not a duck. It's working or it's not. You're on the same frequency or you are not. It's either smooth or you're forcing it. It's a solid yes or it's a solid fuck no, right? It's one or the other. You feel like cleaning your dishes and doing your dishes or you don't. It doesn't really matter when it is. Then when you do it, are you going to do it with joy or are you going to be pissed off when you put the energy into that, right? Like every single thing of that, the choices uh, that we make, where the solid yes, when you're in a solid yes of your day, yes, I want to do this. Yes, I want a coffee. You know what I mean? Like when you're sitting there and you think you want a coffee, but you don't feel like making it. But when you really wait till I feel like making it, right? The yes, you know what I'm saying? Arr. Hey, Blue, I could see you there, sweetie. I can tell you were there even without my glasses, and because I dim my screen as well, so it's not just that I don't have my glasses on, it's that my equipment tends to like fade battery life really fast, and if I stream for a long time, I don't like plugging in if I don't have to, right? So, rar. When people come in with their like iconic like emoji or something, I can tell who it is without seeing the names. Happy positive vibes to you and all. You as well. Road Trip Eddie. Things are going good though. I saw you had a snow video earlier, but I'm going to be honest, I put it in my watch later. I haven't watched it. Did it snow now or was that a repeat video from ago? Yeah, I never heard of that either, Annie D. I'm trying to think if I wonder if maybe we would have heard about it through a book or a movie and we just don't remember the name because it wasn't used for that. But there's something inside of me, like the second that I started reading it, I knew that the guidance was going to say that there was like a warning. I knew it. Like the minute it wasn't even about seeing the tower, but this is it, right? Like the tower moments, the burning. It's gonna burn whether you're choosing it or not. If it's not meant for you, and if you're dilly dallying and holding on to it, right? Annie, I know several plants from there. Not that one though. Cool. Yeah. I don't know if you were if it shows like when I'm like raising the tone or the cadence when it's saying specifically this is for viruses, right? Like how there's so much things that would be available to us that are not, but of nature. Yeah, Annie. You got it, eh? Snake repellent, asthma, and arthritis. Sounds good to have. I'm gonna check my sources and see if they have it. Yeah, me wish so. That'd be so cool, eh, dude? Kismet, Cat, Newman, G, Big Bear Hug. I've missed you, love. Miss you too, sweetie, in the best way. It's been a really good week. Quiet. Not super chatty, talkative. Not many words or a flow of words and stuff, right? But really doing good. Annie D, I love how direct Phil is. Phil good. Me too. And Phil, just like anybody else, is somebody that I pop into. I take what resonates and I leave the rest. But he's been through with me on my journey since my beginning. So I found him, and we've never had an exchange of energy that's personal, like, writing or eye contact or anything. But I can see myself in 2019 when I really, was aware of if you ask, you will receive. So if you ask a question of the universe, it's going to come through somewhere through whatever, whether it be a song, words, lyrics, books, movies, blah, 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 other people. And so a lot of the times I don't tend to, I don't tend, even today, yeah, I did. Today I was guided to go into his live stream for what he was flowing through that, you know what I mean, resonated and that I needed to hear. And but in 2019 specifically, sometimes I'd be sitting here watching a live stream or a vid that he had put up, and my eyes would be like boom, 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 because he was answering directly through him the questions that I had, but in ways that also flowed my synchronicities that would make it that I can't miss how much that's my answer for me. And how people like Phil or anyone like us, because we flow, and whoever is there to grab their messages, right? But he taught me to flow my way through watching him flow his way and his, his various embodiments, and just, yeah, yeah, it's cool. The Aluna Ash was someone who did that with me as well, where I would be like, sometimes I'd ask directly, like, Aluna, oh my God, I don't understand something. Can you explain it or something? And I wasn't commenting it. I was just thinking it in my head. And then, boom, she would talk about it and answer it. And I'd be like, oh, thank you. You know what I mean? Like, it was directly personal. It was awesome, the feeling. And it still is. Hi, Indigo Rose. Oh, I'm glad you're here too, sweetie. Rawr. I missed you guys. How's you guys this week been? Have you been dreaming? Have you got stuff going on? Things are happening so fast. This card came up. The tower is huge. It's smoking. Hi, Trace B. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. There you are. How's it going, Trace? It's a phoenix or it's on fire. Yeah. Yeah, Trace, for me, your heart too, it shows up as a little, because I use like a black screen. Oops, sorry. So Trace, can you see? I use a black screen, and that's why I prefer bluing everybody. Look how easy it is to read, you guys. And then Trace, your heart always shows up like white on black to me. He loves it. And I noticed one time, I forget who was streaming a couple weeks ago, if it was AB or somebody who has like words on a screen at the same time. And I had come in and put my butterfly emoji that I usually put, which is blue for me, but on his screen it shows up as a monarch. I was like, yeah, that's so cool. Kismet. Okay, I gotta say blue because Kismet is not right now. Blue. I need the blue. Tower is rising or fire depending on which temple we choose. Sure, Trace. Oh my gosh, you're right. Yeah. Oh my gosh, Trace, me loves you. Trace, that card kind of reminds me of your drawings. Will you show it again? Yeah, I've got drawings too that it's just like basically like different like snake tails everywhere or dragon tails. I love doing snake and dragon tails. That's cool. A tower is like a lighthouse too as well, right? We always use the term tower, but I'm a seafaring kind of person too. I love the ocean a little bit. Not completely. I'm sea to sky, mountains to ocean. But, you know what I mean? The sea person, the seaman part of me. The seaman. Seaman. Sea woman. The mermaid part of me sees this as a lighthouse as well, right? Not just a tower. Road trip Betty, things are good here. Snowed last night and this morning. Mika tried to check it out. Roar. I'll check the video out later. Hi, Dimitri. Oh my gosh, are you my Dimitri? Are you kidding me? And I say my Dimitri because if you are who I think you are, you haven't been here so long, dude. Is it you? I can't tell. Oh well, you'll either identify yourself or you're another, and that's just fine. Let me know. And I say that because I've been doing a call out, like a mama bear inside of me call out, where it's like, yo, boom, 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 boom. People who haven't been around in a long time, can you check in with me somehow, right? Choices like, there's like ample choices out there, but check in somehow. So many things right now are coming together of the energies of certain, just world events, even like blah, 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 whatever, of things that we were decoding in 2019, right? Like I can see me and Tom, and like, I say me and Tom as if we were together, but him in the UK, me, in my first other like boom building I started in when I started streaming, building home, whatever you want to call it. And we're decoding like all this like November stuff, and like here we are November years later, and it's just like the eyeballs popping out because like it's more in flow. We were so ahead of our time, right? We were so ahead of our time decoding certain things that, whoa. So yeah, um, there's a lot of people on their way, and a lot of people who haven't chatted yet or made stuff that it's like, wee, here they come. Do 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 do. So excited. I just can't hide it. I'm not even joking. Blue, I've been surfing this wave of excitement and all that rolls with it, like a lion and a dolphin. Dude, your lion, well, the lion is over there, and my dolphins that are blue are like right here. Yeah, it's been a wild, amazing freaking week. I love it. Yeah, I'm really late in the chat, so anybody who's down below, don't think I'm ignoring you or haven't seen you. Well, I haven't seen you because I'm not there yet. I'm a little back in time. I'm ahead of time for some stuff, but I'm back in time in the chat. Okay? Uh, Blue, Trace, remember what I was showing you about the lion? This house? It's highest elevation of that area. Boom, elevation. Yes, roar. Yes, top cat. Cat is important. The CAT. Hi, Jansu. How's everything going, my lady? You got a black screen too, Blue? Yeah, I prefer black screen. It's weird to me.
You mean dark mode?
Dark mode, yes, black. Yeah. You like dark mode too, eh?
Yeah.
Lily too. Yeah, I prefer dark mode. It's weird to me when I don't have it. Indigo Rose, my week has been good. Facing some painful things, however. The good is there. It's being released. Yeah, that transmutation, eh? The I find there's quick perspective shifts going on right now too. You do the black screen too, Trace B? So much better on my eyes. Same. It helps me have patience to be able to even like want to like, do certain things with my devices. Blue, that card looks like the Chimera to me. It's a mountain in Turkey, north, actually a monster to those that know the myth. When I see my eyes to sort out the blue in those hidden eye pictures, I see other things in the picture. You are, Dimitri? Oh my gosh. How's everything? You're living in Greece? Oh my gosh. That's so cool, dude. Right on. Blue, I felt it. Gee, I've been feeling it all week. I haven't held a phone so much in my entire life as I have this past month. What do you mean, held a phone? Is that what you mean? I haven't held a phone so much as I have in my entire life as I have in this past month? That's awesome. Yeah, a lot of stuff, eh? And then it'll be right, like, boom, it's going to be the opposite after of, like, I love it. Going fast, eh, sweetie? Oh, thank you, Indigo Rose. Love you, sweetie. Thank you. Merci. Oh my God, Blue, G. Oh my God, sweetie. Gee, remember when I mentioned what we had to go through it the way we did, so then we are calm when we're there to guide, help the others. Yeah. Yeah, I feel very calm, like no matter what is coming or that I'm witnessing or holding space for, there's a fluidity in seeing the higher timeline of it. Like, just, and there's so much going on right now in, you know, my heart space of people, and so much just love and true consistency and sharing and flow and growing and just that the ebb and flow is so pure that the ripple effect of anything else that's happening is easier to hold space for. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, cool beans. Your YouTube turned automatically to dark and my eyes preferred it, so I didn't ask the kids to help fix it. Okay. Trace B. Dimitri, what a beautiful name. Yeah. Oh my gosh. In Greece. You don't have any videos at all that you're going to share of where you are, Dimitri? Maybe he's gone. All of a sudden the numbers have changed. Okay, so something really funky happened when I went out and about and at the bookstore, which is the only place that I really know or anybody's ever even guided me to find decks of cards. I personally, you know what I mean? Like, there's tarot. I'm not into that now. But the oracle cards, the animal cards, and all sorts of other stuff. And I'm glad they're there, so I choose to go there to touch my decks and to be able to see them, right? In order to help them make sure, like if I'm buying my decks there, they're going to sustain to get more because there's a flow, right? That's it. Shop local. That's if I can. And I like to see what I'm getting. And so whoa, there was like two boxes of one was for pendulums, which I'm not going to share on here. It's just for later. For 15 bucks. I've never seen decks on special before, and I'm kind of like gonna be like not joking, but I'm not into going to the mall, but because the bookstore is at the mall, yeah, I might be going back because if they're gonna put decks up for 15 bucks that I'd never seen before, or that even if it's just they wanted to get rid of it and it's not something I would have looked at, but I found this one. And I've only pulled one card for myself yesterday, which is rare. Even when I buy a new deck, guys, I don't usually pull a card for myself. Sometimes, but it's rare. But I pulled a card for myself with this deck. I thought it was pretty cool. They're just super, like, it's nice. Oh my gosh, me likes it. You know what I mean? It's super compact. There's the one, and then there's the other message on the other side. I haven't even flipped the book yet. It's the actual Art of War. That's what I thought. I love it. That's all numbers and shit. I've read this before, actually. But not this from this. Anyways, boom. Yeah, I was just saying, you're back, Blue? Yeah, I found there was decks on sale. 15 bucks. Anyway, so this is the one of them. And I'm gonna pull one of those. They look badass, actually. Yeah, it's freaking funky as, oh my god. I might even do I might even pull an alley. I could read this out loud. Right? Like, it's so, and you know what I'm loving? I'm a number person and just boom, 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 right? Remind me, it feels like the Emerald Tablets feelings to me, the way that I read it anyways, the Emerald Tablets. But the way there's just numbers and the psh, I need that. He's not good with solid books right now. This is on your wish list? What do you mean? Gee, may I ask for amplifying, please? Home is having a official inspection and appraisal tomorrow, Saturn's Day, at 5 p.m. Okay. It's kind of cool. Oh my God. I was like, 5 p.m., 5 p.m., 5 p.m., 5 p.m. We're the 5th tomorrow. That's double fives, right? Whether it starts at that time or not, the intent is 5, double fives. Remember, the 5th of November. 5-5. 1700 hours as well for the sync of the 17 in world time, right? Double, because the 17. What else? Rar. I like the fact that the energy of the day, it's more of like a twilight hour. That's pretty fucking funky, eh? Twilight. Whoa. That gives me shivers, Blue. Thanks for sharing. May Blue's wishes be protected and only those who choose to amplify for the greater good. Otherwise, fuck your energy. It's not allowed. Oh, me loves it. Whoa, you ready? Yeah, Tracy, I like the numbers too. Yeah. Yeah, me too. Okay, this is nice. And here's the number 5 again. Sync. There are not more than 5 primary colors, yet in combinations, they produce more hues than can ever be seen. Right? I love the sync that we were flowing with the 5 and that, 5 primary colors. It's not what you have, it's how you use it. Without other people, we are not complete. Communication with others is the key to life. Talk, discuss things. Don't be afraid to try new and unfamiliar things. After all, no one could have known that blue and red make violet, or that red and yellow would make orange if no one had tried mixing the colors. And if you've ever painted and mixed colors and really gone like, woo, right, and not calculated, and you make this color that makes you so fucking wicked happy, like all over the place, you could try your whole life to replicate it and never get it that exact same shade again. It was only meant for the one time. Right?
Who's farting?
Cool deck, eh? Nobody's farting. It's probably my chair wiggling or something outside.
I'm talking about the car. I'm kidding.
Oh, the car. I like that sound. I don't consider it sounds like farting, but okay. Good one, though. Yes, exactly, Kismet. Kat Newman. I just want to say your name that way in case anybody's passing through and wonders who's blue and then who's this person talking that I'm never saying anything. I forget that sometimes people have headphones driving. You're not chatting, but you still are, you know what I mean? Anyways, Kismet. Shades, tones, and colors. Exactly. And for us that see in certain ways, when you taste and hear colors, right? And the layers and textures and how, like, everything. Someone told me once, like, you have too many markers. Why are you looking at those? And I was like, because there's different tones, there's different shades, it's a different tip, it's a different brand, it's a different ink, it's a different this, it's a different that. And like, it was like, And like then that thing of you have so many notebooks, you have so many pads of paper, and it's like, yeah, but every single one is different. And in the last couple years, I've only experimented with, like, I don't know, a certain amount of limited stuff of what's available, and how much I pump through, because having stacks, just I still haven't even gotten to the bee paper I want to try, right? Like the textures of everything, how colors change. It doesn't matter what color something is if you put it on something else, right? There's just, I could like be colorful all day long, right? Annie D, numbers confuse me. In around fourth grade, I got stomach issues in math, and it was so bad, and I cheated, and I got caught, and I had to get help by listening to these corny songs made to teach multiplication. I failed math in school. I failed school, says Trace B. I failed math or was horrified. It made my stomach hurt all the time as well. I don't love numbers because I'm good at math or necessarily even believe in certain, that I could ever want to even like, do certain mathematical things, right? It's the other part of the numbers that once the tummy ache and allowing myself certain, like, and it's not even about numerology because I don't do that specifically. It's the inner, like how numbers can be letters now. Well, they are letters. That they're another type of language of synchronicity and flow. So it's not the math part. But because all my life I was fucking terrified of numbers a certain way because of how ingrained it was in me that I was a pain in the ass to teach about it or to have patience with to learn it how they wanted me to learn, right? That I stayed away from numbers in different ways, but not through the sinks and other stuff though. Trace says I didn't like school at all and I quit it. I kept going with the school because there was nothing in my life path that I had the balls to just run away to do or anything like that. And it was the best option. I worked and I went to school. I went home. Annie, today felt like Saturday all day to you? Yeah, today feels like today feels like Saturday or Sunday. I actually made a big like breakfast brunch type of lunch plate, which is like everything I'd usually make on a Sunday. Or it's not even the day of it, it's the energy that it is today. But it felt like that. I just want this food kind of day. First day in a long time for us that the sun's not out. Hey, let's have a drink and talk about it. What's up, G? Not much, dude. How have you been? I scrolled and I moved myself in the chat. So I'm just going to make sure that I didn't miss too many comments. And then try to get back down to where I was. Annie, there was an earthquake in Greece today and a big one here too. Earth is going through it. Oh, you do have, I don't know, you might be gone, Dimitri. You do have videos, but not in YouTube? Right on. Yeah, Marshall, Marsh as well. Marsh is a swamp, and Marsh, Mist of Avalon. We can glorify Avalon for what it is, but it is swampy. You know what I mean? It was marshland. You know what I mean? It is marshland, not was. So. Right on. Blue G, I had a vision before I came in here that would help lift Heidi. Kismet. Oh, gee, I didn't know you were into papers. I'll have one sent to a link because I want to pull it up for my kiddos for Yule. NED, numbers seemed abstract to me, but someone said they are not. But to me, they are, but still, I know it's a way to measure, not making sense. Yeah. There's a light language or, I don't know how to, numbers don't lie. And I don't do numerology. I have my inner language of numbers that I decode my way. It makes it that numbers don't lie. I can lie to myself about what I saw in the numbers, but the numbers don't lie. Yeah. Blue says, I quit school too, Trace. My problem was authority and I was bored. I wasn't enough of a rebel against authority. And I'm going to be really honest, I was more like scared shitless of my own mother and would rather just be in school and, do a big fuck you to the authority and get in trouble for it accordingly, but then just do what I had to do. I liked learning enough for the stuff that I did want to learn about, whether it was, true or not, and how it was taught to me by some teachers made it that I didn't want to skip their classes, you know what I mean? When I got old enough to figure out how or not even give a shit about getting caught about it type of thing. And then again, I was on my own for my last year and a half of high school. I was an adult, like living on my own. So I didn't have to quit that. I wanted to finish it to get to what I wanted to get after. Because my first goal was children, right? I went to college towards university to work for kids, with kids. But then when I did it, I didn't want to continue doing that through the systems, right? But I had a means to an end of why I wanted to finish. And through where we were in that timeline of life, to do it, when you're like 16 or 17 and you just finish your high school a certain way, like boom, 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 it's fine. It was just so complicated, like the way that it was back then for us, that I had my people too. I had a good high school experience where it's, you know what I mean? I had my people. The only timeline I ever had sustained friendships that were mine, not somebody else's, by proxy, mine. I hit my chest. Was high school, right? So it wasn't because of a husband or because of work. It was me, my choices. Like, fuck you or fuck you, right? Like, I like you or I don't. We're hanging out or we're not. My choice. And I had my stand by me days, like my true awesome friends, right? Yes, exactly, Blue. I felt like they weren't teaching me, they were babysitting for free. Yeah. I was very belligerent and I don't know. It's like with me though, I'm not a fighter. I don't like confrontation. And like I'm an angel of absolution and mercy. So the way that even as a child and a kid and a teenager to use a certain situation of the timeline for the higher good or to get the fuck out. Like if I couldn't stand a teacher, it didn't matter if there was no way that I wasn't allowed to change classes. I did somehow. It didn't matter if I was the biggest pain in the ass or, you know what I mean? That's it. And I had zero. I didn't care if I failed. I have zero like competitive or nothing. Like if I failed grade 9 math like 5 times, I didn't care. It was only twice. Grade 10, but I did grade 10 science 3 times because I wouldn't cut the motherfucking frog, right? And I wouldn't do certain things and I would, but I didn't care if I failed. No matter how my mom was on me and I was in trouble if I failed, I didn't care. Yeah. Trace, my teacher didn't like me questioning her, so she put me in the back of the class and told me to just open the window and look out, so I did. Whoa. That's kind of cool, though, in a way. instead of all like the rest of the path of like what they try to do. Right? I've been called every name that's like politically correct and borderline for a Catholic school teacher to call a kid back in the day. Not now, right? But back in the day. And let's have a drink and talk about it. I've been busy with that thing called life. Hey, Amber Lachelle. How's it going? Hey, stranger. Going to a job interview. Nervous as hell. Grateful for your calming voice. Oh, Roar. I hope you get to hear this part as I say your name and I get to your, like, where you are. Oh my gosh. Roar. Your choice, sweetie. You're the one that has to feel good about it, eh? People forget that when you're going into a job interview, they're the ones lucky to have you if you choose to want to work there. So you're not the one always proving to them. There's something that they have to prove inside of your heart that you want to be there for them, right? I hope it resonates and it's awesome for you. Whee! Highest, best timeline, Amber. Highest, best timeline. And don't forget that part, right? You're the one that has to choose them as well. It's not about you being in an interview. You're getting, right? You're interviewing them on some level as well. It's just Wendy's. Whee! It doesn't matter. That's even more. Oh my God, dude, that's even more important. If the team feels like shit, it is, right? If it feels good, well, it's going to at least feel good for the time it does. Teamwork makes the dream work in any food. Dude, I don't care. Fast food is hard. I don't care what you're doing. It's fucking hard. Teamwork makes the dream work, I swear. It's just Wendy's. That's even braver because it's hard stuff to do. You might not seem like it, but it is. There's like so many little like just bells and whistles. Yes, Blue, where you feed people and you serve others, but they think they're above it. Exactly. But everybody's daughter, son, cousin, husband, somebody started out in fast food. So the dissing of it, that's what's rude to me, right? So, you know what I mean? It's a sustain, it's just, yeah, it's a starter or it's this thing. It's just good. They said wear a mask and I'm surprised. Where are you, sweetie? I'm trying to remember where you are. I can't remember. Yeah. There's some places around here where they're not, like, they can't make, but they're just highly suggesting it and then by leading by example. But it's like they can't make anybody. Illinois, yeah. And it was close as the crow flies. You'll see. Do what's best for you. You'll know. Annie, I think that shop and home economics for everyone, not just. I don't think that girls should not do shop anywhere because of the fact that girls, if they can't take care of their own vehicle, it puts us as it's one thing to not be able to fix your own car. I get it. But if you can't put your own gas in your car, change your own tire if you had to, right? If you had to, can you change your own tire? You know, the basics of knowing what's on a car. I had a friend who had her first car and she boom blew the motherfucker. Why? Because when there was no check engine light of like back in the day of her car, it was like old or whatever, and she didn't know she had to do an oil change or add oil. She didn't know. She also didn't know. Right? She didn't hang out with her dad. She didn't have it in school. She didn't get taught. She never hung out with boys who did that. So all of a sudden, her car just fucking died on the side of the road, and the fucking, the garage people were like, "What were you thinking? Like, how could you be so empty? Like, there's nothing left. You used that bitch right down to the last, like, ugh, right?" And she was like, "What do you mean?" And she didn't know. There's boys or girls right now who go out to college, university, or with their first roommate. They don't even know how to clean their own toilet. It sounds like what, but it matters if you can't take care of your own toilet. It does. the basics of like hygiene people forget to teach their kids, or you know what I mean, that kid, it's not even about kids, it's just about, right, gotta know. But yeah, the cooking skills too, eh? Cooking. Yeah, how to fill out applications and forms, stuff like that, plumbing basics and electronics. Yup. Blue says, Annie, here's a saying. My fourth grade teacher saw me getting frustrated, but saw I knew the answer. And he was a mathematician, and he said not to let the others ever tell me how, just do it the way I do. See, for me, it was the opposite. It didn't matter if I knew the answer. It didn't matter if I knew the answer to everything all the time. It's the mode to get there that's their way, that I couldn't be puppeteered into making. My brain wouldn't, right? It still won't do that stuff. Certain math stuff, yeah, but not the other stuff of like, if I know the answer, I'm not gonna like put an equation out for myself. I already know. Yeah, and a teacher who gets it. Yeah, I had one French teacher who used me for the greater good in grade 7 and 8, where instead of being like frustrated or just because I spoke such good French, because I was French and she wasn't, she was a teacher that knew French. And so she used me for pronunciation. She used me for one on one with kids across the whole school that needed help pronouncing things and saying things out loud the proper way, right? How to exchange the language part properly, not just, in broke, because when you're teaching broken French, it just stays broken all along. By broken is not pronounced fluidly, right? Blue, she had your dad as a student. Yeah, Trace, I got in trouble for falling asleep. I didn't know then what I know now about myself. Yep. Blue, gee, I rebelled authority when I had my kid brothers whippersnappers. Rocks that snapped like flint when thrown, and they were taken from my purse by another student and snapped. And then I got suspended for a firearm gun. Not even close, same substances on the banging rocks for kids to play with. But they marked me. So I said, all right, rebel it is. Hi, Pearl Jones. How's everything going, Delaney? Blue, I was an honor roll kid. Didn't talk because my autism. I stayed to myself, and they knew what I am and tried to create a monster. Yeah, the dissections. I was in the med field, so it was mandatory, but I chose the pig. I can't even say that stuff out loud. Sorry, I can't. Love you. I could have never been in nursing. I could do mandatory stuff when emergency situations happen in a heartbeat. I'm good with that, right? I can handle what's in front of me, but I wouldn't. Yeah, and that's it. Trace B, girls just want to have fun. Just came to mind. Jessica Parker. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Was that? I can't remember that one so much. What's coming up for me sometimes, but not watching it or anything, is Satisfaction. Hi, Creatrix. How's it going, sweetie? Boop, boop. I'm still behind in the chat, by the way. Satisfaction. Julia Roberts and Justine Bateman and a couple other, and Liam Nielsen, like, right? We're back in the day. Okay. Hey, Kelly Ryan O'Brien. I got a detention for insubordination and I yelled because I didn't know what it meant. Yeah, Sarah Jessica Parker. Girls just want to have fun. Patrick Dempsey, too, right? Yeah, I would get in detention for not having my socks all the way up to my knees, or for having my shirt tucked out, or for having my kilt rolled up a little too high, or because I was swearing in the hallway, or because I didn't have my homework. I'm trying to think. Oh, what else did I get caught for usually that it was just typical. Like I had my own desk in detention. If somebody was sitting in my desk, we'd kind of just look at that person and I would be like, either it's cool, I'm gonna sit somewhere else, or I'd be like, yeah, move, right? It got to be where detention was just like awesome because I didn't have to go home. And then when I started working, then it became an issue. It became an issue of I'm just gonna be a little more less of an asshat to not have detention because I got to get to work, or not being able to have detention and saying fuck you, I'm going to work and not taking it, right? But still, Creatrix, it's going good. Right on. Exactly. Thank you so much, Blue. I resonate with that where you say, Amber, it's an important job. Don't let society deem that as less. Indeed, because the people who deem fast food or any such whatever, any customer service thing that they wouldn't do, they're the ones that go there, right? So, dear asshats who are mean to people who work in any type of situation and you think that it's lower than you wouldn't be able to do that job. There's so much multitasking and beeping and multitasking and it's timing, eh? Boom, 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 boom. You have so much time to do something once an order comes in. The circumstances don't, outlying circumstances don't matter, right? And then there's always something blowing, something popping, something needing to be refilled. Like that's why I say you have to be in a like a tribe, soul family, or want to be at work type of feeling at least, because then you're able to motivate each other, right? Because it's a dance. Fast food is a dance. The background of it, you know what I'm saying? If you've ever worked food, you know what I mean when I say it's a dance. Yeah, Trace, shop for girls. Definitely. Ew. Well, oh, wow. Yeah, you're like me. You don't have your ringer on, so it's cool. The sync of it, though, eh? 222, spam text, Annie. Hey, Crimson Ghost, the Fiend. How's it going? He's doing good. Yeah, Blue, that suspension in the Detroit area is a permanent tag. Yeah, see, me loves you, sweetie. I love that you mentioned that because living in certain different, countries, provinces, states, and everything means something different everywhere, right? Um, like fuck, Detroit is what movies are fucking made out of, honey. Right? There's a certain like handful of places in America that it's like the mecca of, police, drug, blah 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 movies, and Detroit's one of them. Other things as well, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, um, I can see myself a couple of years ago saying to Kelly, like, because she's from Michigan specifically and Detroit area, and but has even been like to the other big places, is like in real life, if we walk by each other, like not now in this embodiment she's in, but in our past life, like she wouldn't have even like given me the time of day or given it to me, more like looking at me like, what are you? Right? Because of just the different worlds of us, right? Um, but I was raised across Canada in like different provinces and then different sectors of different provinces within, right? And every spot is different, right? You can be an hour or 20 minutes away from an area that has completely different morals, values, and ways of the community than somewhere else. That's what community means, right? And that's why communities should be like-minded people at the same frequencies. And in the harmony of communities that live that way, we manifest a world collectively that's happy, right? The Aiko Aiko song. My grandma and your grandma. Yeah. Sitting by the fire. Hi, do I say that Callie? How do I say that name? Qali. I would say Cali. I'm gonna go check if there's a channel. I tend to get like attached to bots sometimes, and you know, I never know. Hey, Skull Asylum. Thank you. It's one of my favorite thrift shop finds ever. I love it. It's got snap buttons and everything, like real ones. How's it going, Skull? Annie D. I got expelled from high school, A student, for having a tiny amount of pot. A roach? It was an interesting time. It shamed the family, though. Exactly. The little bitty thingy. Yep. Kismet. I'm being shown that karma is like a notebook binder. As it unfolds, it also folds the opposite direction for those that choose not to see. Yep. That's why, like, more and more, like, I'll tend to do, like, nothing to fuel a fire of something to make sure, right? To assist all the timelines that are potential in my reality to be for the highest greater good. So not dangling carrots of like poking at certain energies, or like really watching my words more and more all the time. I'm gonna have to take a break. I'm starting to really need it. Instant manifestation is like just like more and more. And you know, the utter realization of like how instant manifestation, the simplicity of it, for like okay, whatever, that, but you know what I mean, the stuff. Yeah, I need to take a break because now I've been babbling for so like that I realized that I need to take a break. I can't even see straight. How long have I been on? Yeah, over 60 minutes. Let's put on the dolphins. It's like my eyes are getting an activation at the same time too, guys. Some weird activation or something. I don't know. It's not high enough to see good, but oh well. It's not about the view. Wow, I needed that. Annie, I went on to college, got a BA in the fine arts, so redeemed myself scholastically. Yeah. Blue, it's nothing like it's being portrayed, G. I don't, yeah, it's not about, gosh, no. It's not about the glorification of it, of one aspect of anything. Um, you know what I mean? Annie, but it meant doodly squat in the long run. Exactly. Most things that happen in high school do mean doodly squat in the long run. That's why, like, taking things with a grain of salt as teenagers and not taking things personally. And that's when you take things the most personally, right? Holy shit. So, but, it doesn't mean doodly squat. And church bells at 6 o'clock, 1800 hours. Um, you know, some of the people who thrived the most in high school and who felt like really just like that happy childhood and all that shit. It's only about the glory days of high school. You know what I mean? You got, 30, 40, 50, even older men sometimes who speak of the stuff that they did when they were in high school as if it's still relevant and it makes them who they are today. That hanging on, right, to that boy, man, instead of accepting the true man and stepping into the higher embodiments of a masculine all the time, right? The stunted masculine, sorry, but it's still true. Feminine do this as well. It's not just masculine, but yeah. Everything on some level means something when you're going through it, but no matter the severity over time, everything means less and less. No matter, there are things that will always stay imprinted. Blue, I've heard rappers spit about spitting wells and Ferner and live 2 blocks away from there and walk to the payphone and the fools in the area knew don't mess with the lion. Looking back, I can see I've always been protected, and statistics are full of bullshit. It's not the statistics necessarily full of bullshit, well, because they are for sure. That stuff's just stuff, but within every paradigm that people are living, everyone's living a different reality inside of it. And definitely the protection, right, Blue? The gratitude for that. Blue says how irritating it was to find out you could actually take the classes without the diploma. You gotta go. Okay, have a good night. Creatrix, I was out for a walk, for a quick walk this morning, and noticed another break in the window in the corner coffee shop. This is a line breakage number 6. They spend more time repairing windows than using. Oh, damn. The same place, honey? I remember you had talked about windows broken before. Jeez, I was wearing my button snap shirt today too. I just changed into PJs. Dude, guess what? Never really buys PJs per se. It's just leggings, right? Old leggings, whatever. Like, but I found a pair of bare bottom pajamas. Bare bottom. It's just a bottom. There's no top, and there's a bear on it. You don't actually see the bear's bottom, but if you do, it's not like weird or anything. Aw, damn, Trace is behind. Are you back? Are you back, Trace? Are you back? Oh my gosh. I do that all the time. I swear to fuckballs. And all the times that I'm behind in a chat, like in the streams, it's like I'm always sitting there thinking like, why are they repeating the same thing? Or didn't Kimba just say that? Or why are they laughing the same way? And it never like dawns on me until I've questioned why they are repeating themselves to realize, no, they're fine. They are fine up there. It's me. It's me. It's like must take accountability, right? I've been in Allie's book readings. It's rare that it happens with Allie because I try to not touch certain things to make sure. And I stay sustained usually because if I miss gaps, but sometimes with Lily and everything, who knows, right? But sometimes when I'm behind with Allie's stuff when she's reading a book, I'll literally, because she'll read something, go look up a term, and then go back and read the phrase that she was reading from the beginning, knowing what the term actually means, right? Which is why she's spot on what I need and enjoy. And so she does do that sometimes. So sometimes I don't know that I'm behind because I think that she's repeating it because of what she looked up or something. Anyways, you know what I'm saying. Oh my gosh. It's funny. Why are they? Yeah, why? Why are they still talking about that? That was like before, right? Or like sometimes I'll be like, oh my God, they were talking about that an hour ago. And it's like, yep, I'm an hour behind. I'm not even joking. Oh, I swear, sometimes if I had like the fly on the wall or the camera watching me watch stuff and my reaction and just my dipshittiness and how I'm like, when I'm texting like comments, I'm all like focused. There's not much else going on, right? It's funny to me. Hmm. Okay, it's like they get boats or whatever it is breaking the window like every couple of months now. Hmm. Okay, dude. Thank you. Yeah. I thought that the surgery. Thank you. Monday? Neo's Gardens, Genevieve. Hi, ma'am. I'm not going to be around a long time. I got to be admitted Monday or Friday for surgery to restore my sight as I'm nearly blind. I miss ya. I miss ya already, dude. Keeping you in my prayers. Stay safe. Stay well lifted. You too, honey. Um, if you're still there, can you let me know just, is it a morning surgery? Just so that my... Thank you. I've been wondering. Seahorse, 14, 1 and 4. We are 11-4 today. Equality. Seek equality in relationships, in particular intimate ones. You will attract what you resonate. You can decide your future. Hiding from our fears is rarely a good strategy. It's time to ensure that the domestic and emotional labor in your world is shared equally. The magic. Like most ocean-based elemental magic, the keys here are flow and fluidity. However, seahorse magic can best be utilized around issues of equality. If you want to be seen as equal, you can ask for the help of the seahorse energy to receive balance and justice. Oh, sweetie. Have faith, sweetie. Neo. I don't know, the actual surgery will sometime on the 10th of November. And it will be at least a month. It's been the hardest month of my crippled life, Genevieve. Yeah. Are you in the hospital now, sweetie, or at home? Do you have care? Is anybody helping you at least now? Fuck's sakes. You're still alone at home? Okay. Love you, dude. Thanks for checking in. Okay. Card number 4. We are the 4th. Badger Spirit. I know, Trace. It literally hurts to be like across borders and so fucking far and so distanced in certain ways, right? You know what I mean? Trace says, Neo, if I was near, I would come to help you. I know, Trace. I know. It's the most fucked up thing. Okay. Badger Spirit, be fearless and bold. Badger Spirit rejoices at your persistence and commitment to what is true for you. Whatever you seek, your tenacity and faith in your partnership with Spirit is paying off, and the results will soon coalesce into a form in your world. The gift of Badger Spirit is the surety that taking a risk now and being courageous and fearless and bold will yield wondrous results. It's a time to harness your will and apply it consistently to the pursuit of your dreams. Know that no matter the temporary outer conditions, you'll manifest your desires in divine timing and in the form Spirit deems best for you. Badger Spirit says you have what it takes to get what you want. Assert yourself. Be fearless and be bold. Shine your light as your purpose calls you into the new world. New relationships are given a green light now. Don't be afraid to make the first moves, because Badger loves your brave and mighty heart. I'm going to read the protective message. When Badger Spirit comes to protect you, he reminds you that anger and aggression, argumentative behavior, being pushy or manipulative will not result in positive outcomes. Perhaps someone close to you has accessed Badger energy. Perhaps the energy that's pent up is in you. Either way, now's the time to calm down. Allow the energy to pass through you. Go for hikes or walks. Shake it off. Dance it off. So you can return to the situation determined and dedicated. But so it's not so intense that you overwhelm yourself and others. Yes, Creatrix, we experience the craziest things and it brings the changes that we need. Yes. Thank you. Okay. I'm going to leave that at that. Number 9, bear spirit. Take time out. There's a time to act and a time. See how, the balance, the act, take the leap, do the experience, be bold and be brave. And then the balance. And then knowing what resonates for you, what's messages for you, right? It's cool. Love the way the cards do that. There's a time to act and a time to focus your attention on patient strategizing. The arrival of brown bear spirit signals that you are best served by foregoing hard work towards your goals at this moment, and instead take the time to meditate. Take the naps so you can refresh and begin planning what you want to co-create next. Come to know the lay of the land as you contemplate and imagine what you might do in this vast space of possibilities before you, and begin forming the plan. I don't think it's so much about forming the plan as remembering it, right? Allowing your higher self, your heart, your soul, to allow the plan to unfold and to really remember it. Remember, sleep allows for dreaming and rest allows for clear-headed thinking. Insights will arise as you explore the possibilities and begin envisioning your life. Knowing what you want will ensure that you use your energy wisely in the days ahead. Be patient at this time. Relax and be calm and peaceful so you can recharge. The call for action will come as it may. Protection message. When you become so frazzled you can't even decide how to move forward, Brown Bear Spirit arrives to remind you to let go of your impatience, let go of wanting the answers and solving the problems that face you. It's the time for rest and meditation. Take a break. Let your insights rise. Know you have time to make the plans. Brown Bear Spirit reminds you that sometimes the best and most effective action is non-action, allowing the situations around you to reveal itself so that you can better understand it. Remember, what is yours will not be withheld from you, so you can relax and wait till the next right action is revealed. Miracles come from out of nowhere, and yours is going to arrive on Great Spirit's timetable. I'm going to pull another animal card, do a Trinity pull. You good? Yeah, baby girl, how are you? The shade, the colors with this card too, The blue, that turquoise blue. Kiki, wow, did I come in at the right moment or what? Brown bear roar. Brown bear, brown shirt. I didn't even think of it. Whoa, check, Kiki. See the brown bear? And then the last card I had just before was the badger. I never thought of it till you said brown shirt as I had the brown bear. But look, oh my gosh, me matches. So I have to take time out but be fearless and bold. That's how I take it too, The yin and yang. You got to take time out so that you know where, when, how to be the fearless and bold, right? You don't just like, boom, like rawr. You gotta know where you're going to rawr, right? Does that make sense? No way. Is that why when the blue, I had to say it out loud? Oh, my painting, turquoise blue, I painted while Eli painted. Oh, you little, You showed me Eli's painting, but you didn't show me yours, and I never thought to ask, were you painting at the same time, Kiki? Boom. A badger dream. Badger dream last night. You saw one in your dream. Whoa. You did come in right at the time, eh, Kiki? Whoa. Well, I'm doing a Trinity pull. I just said that. So the badger, the bear, double B's. Let's see what the third one. The badger card. Give me a second. I'll just pull this one because it's already like half out. I swear I can't make this shit up. If I would have chosen a card, it couldn't have been better than after what comes with these two together. Badger Spirit says be fearless and bold. So I'm not going to go read the whole thing again. You can scroll back later if you want the whole message. It's right just before the bear, because nobody's really chatting. And just really quick, rejoicing at your persistence, your commitment to what's true for you, right? Take the risk now, being courageous, fearless, and bold. It will yield wonderful results. You have what it takes to get what you want. Assert yourself. New relations given the green light. Yeah. And the way that, like I said, the way that the be fearless and bold, know what you want, go for it. Trust yourself. Whoops. Move over. It's not about you right now. And then how the honey badger don't give a fuck. Yeah. How the bear, double B's, comes out too to say, like, you have to meditate on what you want. You have to ground, right? You have to take the time committed to yourself, taking the time out to be able to be bold and brave, right? As well, someone or something comes in and makes a move or is the first to instigate, or the thing has to come in for the timeline to manifest. So by being consistently grounded in that, just meditative, able to get to the meditative, right? Then this is able to happen. But how as well? There's two realities, right? Where there's a duality of what needs to come in play, right? For everyone that has to sit back and wait for certain things to happen, every someone else has to make an act and do something else through, you know what I mean? In the collective of it all. Like for everyone that has to learn to speak up for themselves, the ones who already know how, it's not about that anymore. It's about sitting back and making sure other people are speaking up for themselves. We're not here to hold the hand and do it for him. You know what I mean? Type of thing. So, the sitting back, because you already know that part, right? So it's BBD, guys. BBD. A bear, badger, and dolphin. Dolphin's already a sync for this stream. Not because I've necessarily pulled a card or anything, but because I have held up this twice, at least in the last 99 minutes. So there was already dolphin energy. So the dolphin is 20, and this and that is true. Are true. This and that are true, right? So again, to be bold, you have to take the time out. The next message after, the being bold, being able to take time out, is this and that are true. Dolphin spirit, like her earthly manifestation, is a reminder of duality. As the dolphin is both mammal and sea creature, so too is dolphin spirit both this and that. Two truths coexist. The story you tell and another as well. The duality of life is present when we are suffering, for there's a blessing too in the helpers that appear. Wishing Neo's gardens helpers, true helpers, that angelic feel. Within every cloud are silver linings, and when we later reflect on what happened, we can see that a situation was both this and that, and a choice led to both joy and or sorrow. No relationship is either all good or bad. People have qualities of both, light and shadow. Focus on the positive, for light exists along the darkness. Dolphin Spirit calls for you to come up from below and enjoy a weightless moment in the sun as you dive in and out of this and then that, accepting and even enjoying the duality of life. Why not join Dolphin Spirit in acknowledging and affirming the blessings present in this moment? In all areas of your life, there are aspects of both this and that. Today, celebrate this fact, and recognize the complexity and the beauty of the fabric of the universe. You're at a place right now where your past self is still present as you move toward the new self you are becoming. Aspects of the both selves are present. So even if you want to say goodbye to what was, or you're holding on to it, you're required to find solace in this in-between time. Today is not the day to choose one over the other, but rather just to accept things as they are without the judgment and the resistance. Even in matters of the heart. Was that you?
Yes.
Okay. Even in matters of the heart, duality is present. Your next action will be obvious when you drop your biases and you see things as a whole. I'm going to read the protection message too, because I did it all, like all of them. Protection message. When you most want to be acknowledged as right, and you see other ways as wrong, Dolphin Spirit appears as a reminder that the story of your suffering and righteousness is a little more complicated than you are admitting right now. Do you want to see things in black and white and be rigid at your idea of what is correct and what is not? If you release the rigidity and embrace the fluidity of life, you recognize the grays that remind you there's two sides to every story. There's an upside to every downside, and there's a blessing in every trauma. What you think is wrong might end up being right for you. So let Dolphin Spirit soften your heart so you can make the best decisions at this time, playing with the possibilities that present themselves. Trace B, Kings of Leon, the Badger. Me too. I'm going to try to remember. Thank you, Trace. Going to listen to that song after. Rawr, right on. Yeah, Trace B. B for bowls. Kiki's bowls. Kiki rocks those bowls. Well, no, rocking them would be a bad idea because that means you would smack them and they would turn into little rocks, but... Right on. Then that's a trend. That's an awesome. Dolphins are a lifelong animal guide for me. Yes, for Neo. Thank you, Trace. Yes, amplify. Yeah. Thank you. Dolphins is freedom. Yup. Okay, so I've got a new deck. I should pull a couple. I'll do a trinity. I'll do 3. Take what resonates. I'll leave the rest. So, this is one of the coolest boxes ever. I put the top away already. But this is the box. And the top goes just like... doop. So it's awesome because it stays straight up. Kiki, dolphins assist through life's transformations. Yup. Kiki says, call on the dolphin during surgery, Neil. Thank you, Kiki. Yes. I'm going to pull the 3 in a row. Oh, so here I am saying I got a new deck kind of holding up the box, but I don't know how long I left it to be able to see. So the Starseed Oracle, Rebecca, double C's, Rebecca Campbell, Danielle Noel, Delaney, new deck. Take these off since I'm just pulling 3 cards. Roar. Okay. Okay, that one's last. Not because I want it to be, just because it is. Wait. Okay. Delaney, doing okay? It's storming here. Bunch of spirits arrived as the crows caught in the rain. Roar. Okay, so I did a 3-card pull. Take what resonates. Yeah, Delaney, I'm going to read these 3 cards, and then I'm going to see which deck I'm guided to you, baby girl. Thanks for asking. So, Roar, very pretty. Weight of the world, boundaries, let it go. It's not yours to carry. You don't need to carry it all. You're no good to anyone if you're running on empty and bogged down by the weight of the world. This card is a reminder to look after your own well-being before anyone else's. Stop carrying the world's problems on your shoulders. You got to put your own oxygen mask on first. In these changing times, it's hard to not feel overwhelmed by the state of the planet. However, you cannot take on the problems from a place of energetic depletion. This card is thanking you for caring so much. You want to build a better world and ease the road for others, and that is so incredible. But the way you do it is likely to be unsustainable. This isn't to say you should switch off the world's problems and become unconscious. Rather, it's a call to establish the clear boundaries so you're not constantly taken out energetically. The planet needs you to be healthy, both physically and emotionally. Instead of digesting news or reaching up for your phone as soon as you wake up, show up first in a nourishing practice such as meditation, soul inquiry, deep breathing, or grounding in nature. Once you're in a state of grace and your inner well is full, then you go and you face your day, the state of the world, and you care for others. And at the day's end, you take an energetic shower. You empty out everything that's not yours to carry. You can pick it up the next morning if you so choose, but you have to give yourself time and space to rejuvenate and rest. Wait, it's not time yet. Things are being woven. In our fast, loud, reactive, comparative world, where an instant response is so often expected and at times even a currency, it can feel almost impossible to take a breath, let alone to give ourselves the space to rest, to wait, and reset. We're so often in overdrive, expecting instantaneous results over and over. So when guidance doesn't come at these extreme speeds, it can feel as though something's wrong. But often, not receiving guidance is guidance in itself. When you ask for guidance and you don't receive it, it often means wait, it's not time. The details are being woven. You see how I take the time to write it in a different way, right? The details are being woven. I like that little effect. That's pretty cool. Our challenge is to keep trusting when on the surface it appears that nothing is happening. To remember that no matter how long or bitter winter, spring does always come. To remember you don't need to solve the world's problems in a single day, and that perhaps they'll be better solved with some perspective and a good night's sleep. This card is your permission slip to slow down, switch off, rest. You're being reminded to have patience and to trust the mystery of life. Trust things are being woven on your behalf. It might not be happening in the timelines you'd like, but if you gather up patience, it will be orchestrated better than you can ever imagine. Oh yeah. Okay. Oh boy. Fall in my arms. Surrender. Holding the opposites, extremes of life. The Great Mother ushered you in when you took your first breath, and she'll be there when you draw your last. She knows how challenging life can be, that being human can be lonely and confusing, that the polarity and separation can be excruciating. But when your soul remembers the oneness of Source, at the same time, is so glorious and sweet. We often see things as either good or bad. When things go well, we'll make it mean that we're being rewarded. And when things go bad and things go wrong, we think we're being punished. However, we're all here to expand and grow, and it's through the extremes of life that we do that. You're being invited to welcome the highs and the lows of the human experience, to let them initiate you more fully into life, the agony and the ecstasy, the beauty and the bitterness. This life is but a single breath, an indistinguishable existence of your experience as a soul. Great Mother wants you to hand over your loneliness, your worries, your hurt, your sorrows, your burdens, and your doubts. Lay them at her altar. Fall fully into her arms. Remember, while the extremes are difficult, they can also be magnificent. The more wildly the pendulum of your life swings, the more you truthfully can say, I have lived. Right? I have lived. Delaney, I'm going to take a quick break. I hope you got the patience to stay, honey. I won't be long. I need to move around a little bit. That's my first time with that deck. 3 in a row. Can you feel it? Oh my gosh. Yeah, I need more water too, which is actually a good thing. It means I'm drinking it. love and cosmic hugs to everyone. Yes, Delaney. Okay. Delaney, it's going to be one of these. Oracle of the Hidden Worlds. Lucy Cavendish. Okay, Delaney Pearl Jones, and anybody else this resonates with. I grabbed specifically because where you said cosmic hugs, this book will often mention Lemuria and such things. So that's why I looked up, saw the purple, kind of looked and was like, nope, it's this one. So thanks for asking, Delaney. 7, the tree of illumination, truth, revelations, understanding. There are within this world certain trees which have qualities that are unique and magical. All trees have a little of this magic, but in some, the power accumulates and rests and rises until the tree becomes a part of a sacred place in which great healing, revelations, understanding, and moments of insight can take place. They have been many among the divine ones of the world, Odin, Buddha, and many others who have spoken of this tree, and this is one. Okay, I don't know if I said that right. You are not invited to step into the energies of this tree, receive the wisdom it wishes to offer you in your own world. Take the time to connect with trees. In this moment, gazing upon this card, know that there dwells within this tree a great spirit who wishes now to share with you the potent magic of the realm some would call the fairy. This shining one now invites you in. As you enter and lay beneath the branches, light will fall upon you and nurture you and become a part of you so that you can know the truth of any circumstance that is troubling you. Take the worry to the tree of illumination, and when you still yourself and go there to the trees, you will return with all that you seek to know. Annie, dolphin card made sense. Yeah. Hope something in there resonated, sweetie. Delaney? Card number 10, Black Tourmaline. It truly did. Right on, Delaney. You're very welcome, sweetie. Number 10, Black Tourmaline. Healthy boundaries. Repelling and dispelling unwanted energies. Shielding and protection. Healthy inner dependence. There's a saying that good fences make good neighbors. Well-being, likewise, requires healthy boundaries that respects everyone's uniqueness, similarities, and differences. The appearance of black tourmaline is a sign that now is the time to make sure fences are neither
impenetrable walls, or so porous and broken down that you can lose track of where you end and others begin. It's an invigorating time to move between time alone and time together. If you're feeling tired, pay attention to where you're neglecting yourself on some level, giving too much, or just depending too much on other things to be stimulated. You might need some downtime to remind you that you're a human being, not a human doing. Illumination, yes. Black tourmaline is an incredibly valuable stone for sensitives, empaths, and anyone susceptible to absorbing the energies of others. When carried or worn on the body, it works industrially to capture incoming energy that is less than desirable and to transmute it into usable energy. When used in meditation, it helps work through old stuff from a neutral perspective, allowing us to keep the wheat and discard the chaff. Chaff. Chief, chaff. Annie, I found uranium rocks in the garage again. Like a lot? Okay, 12. Fruit bat, flying fox. Kindness. Choose kindness, which isn't always the easiest way. Kindness will always be repaid. Consider others in your decisions, especially those with less power than you. Spread seeds of goodwill, and your fortunes will grow. Yeah, honey. My black tourmaline went with me on my 2 road trips. Roar. Yeah, I usually will. There's certain crystals that I kept in the car, like at all times. Just they were part of my car. That's always been important to me. But then the ones that I choose on me too. But okay, I'm gonna grab another one of these. Especially right now, things are happening so fast. Projections, tempers, egos up in the air, saying things and not meaning to offend, and how, just emotion sometimes. Right on. Good, Annie. On the hotel bed as I slept, black tourmaline. Roar, that just came out. Big chunky rock. Yeah, my black tourmaline that I've always had has been chunky and sharp. Yeah, so this one time I thought it doesn't matter if it's sharp. I'm still gonna just put it as a boob rock in my bra. Yeah, there's some things that you shouldn't have there as, crystals or thinking that it's safe. I also learned that putting a bear tooth right in my bra was not a good idea. It must be on a chain. It must. It's not a good idea. But yeah, the black tourmaline. I'm lucky I don't scar. Okay. Sun-Tzu. I don't know how to say that. It is only one who is acquainted with the evils of war that can thoroughly understand the profitable way of carrying it on. Consider the cost of an argument. Before you start an argument with someone, be it a partner, a friend, a colleague, consider the consequences of doing so. If it goes too far, a fallout could be bitter, resulting in bad blood, grudges, and a breakdown in communication. Even if you win the argument, what do you win when there's nothing no longer worth having? And I think this ties in with what the dolphin. The dolphin. This and that are true. At this point, just the fact of someone wanting to have an argument and thinking that your point is the right one, because even if your point is right, you don't have to argue about it. Because if you really believe your point of view is right, you don't need to prove it. And it doesn't matter if people don't accept it. And it doesn't matter who. Right? That's it. So the whole arguing part, and this is the more as well, the more the energy, the frequencies change, right? It doesn't matter who you were like 5 years ago with how you reacted, how you react now, right? And how the fluidity of do no harm, take no shit. But in taking no shit, you don't need to take down others, and you have nothing to prove, right? Annie, you have a habit of arguing? I wonder if you're being hard on yourself, or it's just that thing of like, because me and Lily, what we'll do is like, we'll look at a color. She sees one color, I see another. We both kind of stand our ground on what we see, but then it doesn't become a thing of having to prove it. Little things like that. The letting go, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, be flexible, bend with the wind. It's not good to be flexible, bend with the wind. Yeah. Yeah, sandpaper bra. Annie D, familiarity breeds contempt. Yeah. Let's do a dragon, and I'm gonna be done soon. Must be close to 7. Yeah, Annie, B and I.
It says it's 54.
B and I fought verbally a lot. Have your point of views, like both your. But not always, I guess. Roar, this is a beautiful green. Huh. It opened right to it. Whoa. Okay. The healer. This gentle yet powerful dragon is a true guardian of all healers on earth. He connects particularly with those who work energetically. He reminds us that although we might walk our talk, we also need to heed our own advice. We're not a bottomless pit of energy, and we need to take time out now and again. I don't know if anybody's been here consistently, like from all the cards or the in and out, but every single card is making sure and amplifying the message of, right, taking the time. This message: I'm the guardian of healers. You're capable of great things on earth as a healer and as a light for others to follow. But to do this, you must burn brightly and throw light into the shadows of your own world. You give a great deal to others, but you must also make time for yourself. You have to rest and recharge. Your energy tank requires refilling lest you become depleted. Take times to meditate, rejuvenate, relax, and above all, to laugh. You might love your work, but it does not define you. You also need to be you. He reminds us not to take ourselves or life too seriously, because if we do, We risk forgetting that we're all just one tiny cog in the great wheel of life. Big wheel, keep on turning. Yeah, gorgeous dragon too, eh? My emerald, my glass emerald is always just right there. Right there, so it's just like raw. Okay, I think this is going to be my last card. Thank you guys. Wish you guys an amazing evening, weekend. I'll be on next time I'm guided to be. Ears wide open. Card number 33. Deep listening as a gift we give to others. Understanding someone else's needs. Showing focused attention. Tuning into the other and letting go of the ego's need to be heard. The world is constantly speaking to us and offering clues about what really is going on beneath the surface of things. We all have the capacity to hear beyond the noise what reaches our ears. The challenge is we feel misunderstood and unheard. And when we feel insignificant, it's easy to over-explain ourselves in attempts to get that acknowledgement. Now is the time to let all of that go. Offer your attention as the great gift it is. It's time to stop multitasking, checking your phone, thinking what you're going to say next, and doing all the things that keep you from connecting fully. Whenever we are in a state of chaos and distraction, paying attention only to some of what's being said, we lose the ability to pick up on everything, including that which is not being said. Deep listening is the way in which we immerse ourselves in the truth of this world. In this way, with our ears wide open, we also open our hearts and our minds to understand more than what is conveyed just through words alone. Opportunities arise from the subtle clues that we miss when we're not 144% present. Purposeful, open listening is an act of true respect and intimacy. When you are in the space of receptivity, letting go of the need to be heard or to be right, you become expansive. You're alert to meaningful potential. Right now, keep your ears wide open, and you will find more than you were searching for. No way. Oh my gosh, my Jeep's right here. Trace B, little G. My mama has a snow room, she calls it. It's decorated in snow pigs. I got here and she had me a green toy Jeep in the nightstand next to the bed. The Jeep, I just had to tell ya. Roar, green Jeep, blue truck. You shall look for green Jeeps. To be honest, my favorite, like of all, is like black or like green, like camo type of green, dark green for Jeeps. Like I know they have a lot of beautiful flashy colors and stuff, but the black and the green are my favorite. That's so cool, sweetie. Roar. Thank you. Beep beep in your Jeep. Yeah. The wave, eh? It's the wave. Except for a bike and a Jeep, nobody really does that anywhere else. I tried to start it when I had to meet the black Mitsubishi, but nobody was really waving back to me. Not even joking. Anyways, I'm gonna be done. I'm sitting here putting my cards away, my books away. I put the cards away only at the beginning of the next stream. Love you guys. Thanks for being present. And I'll see you around the flip sides.